we know each other and they know us, and we get the job done as quickly as possible for the clients because of that. James Tulli, Vice President of Technical Services and Software Development for Alpha Omega Solutions. We're based in the Northeast. We generally serve small to medium companies that are probably up to 100 users, employees, that kind of size. I met Vircom 25 years ago when they were a smaller company, newer company, and I purchased their appliance to do email security and fell in love with the company, the process, the people, the appliance. For many, many years, stayed with that product until a point where I left the company I was with and I went to a new role at a new company and I brought them in again. Then I came to this business and reached back out to them to say, hey, we're dealing with a lot of small businesses again. What's new? What do you have now? Do you have archiving again? And they introduced me to the Proofpoint and told me we do have archiving again. And that's kind of been the standard offering our business has for the companies we do business with. There's nothing worse as a small business than picking up the phone and getting somebody who doesn't know who you are. And so that relationship with Vircom has always been, as a customer and as a vendor partner, we know each other. We call them, they call us. We work on behalf of our clients for the end goal of helping them. So really that was kind of number one, a smaller business like ours to be much more responsive to customer service, much more personalized. And then number two, the feature set, it's all inclusive. You get a lot of features that other vendors in the same space make you add on for additional costs, and it's all built into the same price. So that brings a lot of value to smaller customers like ours. I left Mimecast for Vircom, and Mimecast was about triple the cost at the time. They've brought changes over the course of the last 5 years, I think, quite frequently with their Plus line of products, which are essentially upgrades to the existing set with more advanced features to kind of deal with the needs of the now. We, as partners, we have a portal. Within that portal, we can set up a client, we can provision the client, we can deploy the client, and we have Vircom always there to help us on the support side. But it's so easy to deploy within their platform with the tool sets, the Vircom Portal being that key tool that we use that we don't even need their help to do it. In the old days, when we first started, everything was manual. We had to do some scripting. We had to go into Microsoft 365 and enter a bunch of information to provision things, create rules, all these things called connectors. Now with the Vircom Portal, we can actually stand up the customer, point that tool at Microsoft 365, and it runs all of those things in a matter of a few minutes. It's great. Pick up the phone, send an email, to open a ticket, response is fast, the relationship is there. I think the biggest difference between other vendors and Vircom, at least the ones we deal with, is they're small like us. And I know they're not a small company, so I say that, but it feels small, and I think that's the key thing there. So when dealing with Microsoft, you're never dealing with the same person. You're never dealing with people. You're opening cases electronically. Someone might call you back. Same thing with Google, same thing with Adobe. These large vendors have a different approach to support. When you're dealing with a company like Vircom, where it's personalized, it's smaller, they react quicker. It's a lot easier to get to the answers, and they have a vested interest in getting you the solution. An email to their support desk within, you get the standard response very quickly. And then within a few minutes, either the phone's ringing or you get a response via email, and I know they're on it right away. So I've had a few scenarios in the last few years where I've had a couple of emergency cases. We were absorbing some new clients and it required weekend work. And they were even responsive on the weekend for things that were needed to get done. So it's really a pillar. That's the best way I could put it. So, we're primarily a Microsoft 365 business in terms of what we sell on the email and collaboration stuff. And then the Vircom platform is our email security pillar. So it's really a key component to our offering in our managed services to our clients. I'd say number one is customer service. So that's the number one benefit. We pride ourselves on being a personalized managed service provider to our customers and having vendors that we work with in the same kind of breath doing the same things as us, being responsive, quickly responding on the weekend, things like that. That's probably number one. Number two, price point. It's very easy to sell the solution. Most people, they don't like extra costs, right? So I'm buying email from you. Why do I have to pay extra for email security? It should all be part of the same thing. Well, that conversation is different with Vircom because it's very competitive, and in most cases beats everything else that's out there. The last one is flexibility. So our ability to deploy ourselves. We don't have to do projects with Vircom to get a customer up and running. So I could have someone come to me this morning. I could have them up and running today. This is the lead product for us in that space. When I was with Mimecast, that product was a la carte style product. So your base product costed one thing, add-on product A did this feature, add-on product B did this feature, and so on and so forth. With Vircom, you buy a license level. So business, advanced, professional. All of those levels give you feature sets, all inclusive, no extra cost for those features. So that was the real differentiator, is I didn't have to kind of piece it all together and pay more. And then when you're selling that to a small business, it gets confusing, right? We don't sell anything we don't use. There's really no incentive for us to push products that aren't good. We're going to recommend things that we use that help our business because we are a small business like our clients.